Meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and a Dixie Bridger payer. Oh, for the love of Christ, I got up at 7 this morning and came to this very same goddamn studio to do morning radio.
You got up at 7 or you got here at 7?
I got up at 7, but I go to bed at 2. I don't go to bed at 12:30 like your squirrely ass. Jenna Fischer's here tonight from The Office. Drew loves The Office.
I do like the show.
Everyone loves The Office. I've not seen The Office, but everyone loves The Office.
What's the matter with you?
It's one of these things where it's become a battle now. Everyone says, you will love The Office. You've got to see The Office.
Yeah.
And if I didn't feel like the man was putting so much pressure on me.
You go watch it.
Yeah, because then I get home.
Let me straighten it all out for you.
Yeah.
Do not watch The Office. Do not watch it. I
don't?
command you never to watch that show.
You think you're
don't
the boss
watch
of me? Go get me a tape of The Office. I'll watch it right now.
See how that works?
Go get it. No, but you know what it is when people, especially funny people you work with, are constantly telling you need to, and then you get home and you think, screw it, I'm watching Face Off for the 5th time.
Right.
I was like that with Arrested Development.
I
refused to watch it for a whole year, and now I do. It's great, though. I mean, it's totally worth it.
But don't you feel? I mean, is there a part of you with like Arrested Development, or just as a creative person, feels like I want to discover my funny shows? I don't want them foisted on me.
Not only that, you always want to discover them for everybody else. Need I mention The Family Guy, which I can't enjoy because you discovered it.
I claimed The Family Guy 5 years ago when Drew wasn't interested.
Yeah,
in
but now I got The Office. Now so you won't enjoy that? You just won't watch it. That's all.
All right. I'll watch The Office. You watch your Arrested Development. I'll watch Arrested Development. And we'll both watch The Family Guy. So, anyway, Drew, why don't you, kiss some hiney here?
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time I said I'm excited about a guest? Like, let's see, this is Monday, Tuesday,
3 years.
1987?
18 years there, buddy.
No, it's just a funny show. Where do you guys film it?
We film in Van Nuys, California.
Oh,
beautiful.
That's beautiful. It's
beautiful Van Nuys.
Oh, you close your eyes, you're on the French Riviera.
We're next to like a gun and ammo store,
and
also
who isn't in Van Nuys?
That's everyone who lives in Van Nuys. Yeah. Oh, Impound.
Guys like line up at 6 a.m. to get their cars to claim their cars.
You don't see Adam there?
Did I see you there?
I've been to that one. I've been to almost every goddamn
motorcycles
Impound
were there at that one.
Impound lot is the ultimate. We got something you want, you don't have it, and now you must start digging deep, kissing ass, and jumping through fiery hoops for us because there's that grate, there's that piece of there's that sheet metal with the holes in it, and you're talking to the person who's got your car. The one I always like too is like, we need to see registration. It's like, it's in the glove box of the car. We can't let you go there. Okay, we got what you call a little Tijuana standoff here. We got a little one of these things. It's gonna be possible for me to liquefy myself, go sneak under the gate, crawling through the exhaust pipe, and pop up in the goddamn glove box. Well, we can't let you. I like those kind of things.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I keep the registration on my person, so when my car gets impounded, I have it right in my lapel pocket. I keep it rolled up and put in my lapel. That's where I keep my registration. Where
yours like a scroll.
I keep it like a scroll, and then I have my squire come in. Hear ye, hear ye. In the date of 1985, said Celica was purchased by Lord Adam from Cal Worthington. Yeah, that's. Have you ever had things impounded?
Yeah, I had my car impounded once.
Awesome.
Ooh.
It was awful.
Well, now wait a minute. That's a purely Los Angelian experience. You must be from out here.
No, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri originally, but my car was impounded here in Los Angeles. When it was here, yeah.
The other police departments, other cities are too busy fighting crimes and things.
We do tons of impounding. We do more impounding in this city than all other major cities put together. I'm the only guy I know who's had 4 motorcycles impounded. Motorcycles, Miley. Motorcycles impounded, baby.
The charges to get my car out of impound were more than what my car was worth.
Right.
Because they charge you by the hour, and there's a minimum 48-hour stay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what your car has to be there for 48 hours, but then after 48 hours, you can claim your car.
Well, that's the beauty of the impound lot, too, because they have a clock that is not on Geneva time or wherever the atomic clock is. They have their own clock, which is... They towed my motorcycle on a Thursday night about 11:30 at night, and I showed up Friday morning at 7. That's 2 days.
Right.
That's 2 days because we got it on a Thursday, and now it's Friday. No, I'm like, it's 7.5 hours. No, it's 2 days. And I was saying to him, why don't you just charge 3 days? Like, go for broke, baby. You got the bike. No one can do anything about it. You hold all the cards. Just here's what I'm saying. If you're going to rape, don't just do that thing where you grab a boob and French kiss me. Start pounding my ass. If you're going to rape me. I mean, as long as you're in rape mode, start raping. That's the whole thing about this city. I want to just tell all the fine folks who wear the badge here in Los Angeles and especially in Burbank, Glendale area. You guys are not living up to your full rape potential. You're only half raping your citizens at this point. Sure, you're writing them chicken-ass tickets for jaywalking in Burbank. Sure, you're impounding everything that has 4 wheels. Sure, you're pulling people over and writing them tickets for no front license plate, nothing else, and tickets that don't even exist in other cities you're writing. But I say you could do better. I say, first off, why pull people over? Why don't you just show up at their house and start writing tickets when they're in their bathrobe? They could do that. Another thing you guys aren't doing, I don't see you sifting through the car, emptying the change thing like a bad valet. You could be ripping off Thomas guides. You could actually be holding the citizens and shaking them by their feet until change and their wallet fell out. Yeah, and why wait to be paid when the guy gets to the courthouse? Why not take what's in the wallet there and then give him the ticket? And then all I'm saying is you're sort of in half rape mode. That's all I'm saying. You guys really want to raise money.
Make it the violent crime it is.
You really just go with it. Just start ripping things out. Rip the spare tire out of the car. Steal that. Just strip the car when you pull over. Just pretend you're Mexican police now. Just start going insane because you're we're sort of in this purgatory of being half raped by the cops in this city and not completely penetrated.
It's kind of insulting.
Yeah, it is insulting. It really is. It makes me feel like I'm not attractive as a rape victim and a citizen. And by the way, they even call them citizens, or are they just perps and rape victims now?
Well, survivors.
Oh, the city. More chicken ass. I just had my front license plate. I just had to spend 70 man-hours on finding my front license plate and affixing it to the front of my car where there's no place to put it because we have that law.
There's a new law
in this city where we don't have it in other cities.
But the reason we have it, of course, is so you can get your picture taken as you move through
the red lights. Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Still haven't figured out a way to synchronize the lights at all, but they got those cameras and strobe lights up.
So how do you like being on The Office anyway?
Oh, yeah, The Office. Yeah.
I love being on The Office. It's like a total dream job. I mean, it's exactly as much fun as you might think it is.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
You feel lucky?
I feel, I feel lucky and blessed. And
that's the key to happiness.
Yeah. Luckiness?
No, not luckiness, blessedness.
Feeling blessed.
Well, look at it this way. If you wake up, well, listen, let me get philosophical for a second.
Oh, please.
If you wake up in the morning and your husband or you feel like you could have done better than your husband or your wife. You feel you could have done better than your house that you're living in or the car that you're driving that's being impounded or the job that you have. Like if you show me a guy who goes to work and says, wow, I'm getting paid more than I deserve, I'll show you a happy guy. You show me a guy who goes to work and goes, wow, I'm getting paid less than I deserve, I'll show you an unhappy guy even if it's the same amount.
Right.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Very philosophical, yes.
Well, but that's the key to happiness.
Yes, Kierkegaard would be proud.
Thank you.
So...
Yeah, so you're happy.
I am happy. Yeah, this is the happiest I've ever been.
All right. Do you have weird, dark moods, though, where you cry and punch things?
On the set?
No.
Privately?
Privately?
Of course, privately, but never at work. I'm very professional.
All right, we're back. Because I resent people that enjoy their work.
Yeah, I know. You had to break her down.
Where you were going.
That was the most backdoor.
As long as you have those dark moments of doubt and despair, I'm fine with you.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. You know the one I hate? I hate when people they always do it in those games, too. They do it in sports where they go, well, I tell you, when the day you're not having fun, it's time to quit. Yeah. If you're not having fun out there, if If you're not having fun, like, and they do it like athletes do that, where they go like, I went out, I started playing ball, and I realized I just wasn't having fun anymore, and that was time to hang up the cleats, time to quit. It's
Translation.
Like, $13 million a year didn't keep you out working 4 months out of the year and not having fun? Where do you think people drive garbage trucks and meter maids? You think they have fun? Guys who do roofing and scrape asphalt, is that fun? What is that part? What's that? Who likes their job besides Jenna?
Well, I like my job, but that's a translation that requires interpretation, which is he was sucking. He was in the twilight of his career. He wanted to go out swinging, and that's that.
And it's steroid allegations coming up in a couple of days.
Yes,
that means stopped having fun. All right, but we stop having fun. It's time to quit. Jessica?
Yes.
I got to go. I'm not enjoying this anymore.
22. What's going on?
It's okay, but I'd just rather leave.
What's up?
Not having fun.
What was that?
Go ahead. 22. Go ahead, baby doll.
Okay, so, you know that machine at the gym, it's more like a contraption. You get on it with your upper body, you hold yourself up, and you bring your legs up to your stomach.
Yes, that abdominal crunch machine, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if I do that enough times, I orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
From it.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the machine.
Yeah.
And do they have a home edition?
You have to do it a whole bunch. But
like how many repetitions?
We'll have to do a few sets, and then maybe...
Well, listen, there are some women. Listen, it's Jessica. There's some women that can have that experience just with leg lifts,
right?
Or with say hanging from a bar and lifting their legs up a few times.
Same thing. Right.
And there's others, conversely, that I could get on top of for 2 hours straight and nothing. In fact, not with a flat bar could you get an orgasm out of them.
Jessica would have the same experience. Were you to work on
I would be very angry if I found out about how pliable you were at the gym. But how unforgiving you were with me.
I even spoke to a male that had this experience, which I found very bizarre.
At the gym?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
That's gay, brain tumor. What's going on?
Yeah, you worry about spinal tumors and stuff, right? Yeah.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, I don't know. It was one guy, but
gay?
No. He was the whole thing with the ab workout thing was
really.
Yeah.
Really?
I just say gay because
it's a different.
Gay
most people hate doing abs. That's
no,
like
I know.
Exercise you don't look forward to.
Jessica does that all day.
Clearly not.
Yeah, not for Jessica.
Yeah.
You know that thing where gay guys say they don't care about looking at guys in the shower at the gym?
I know that bugs you.
I can't.
Because even you like looking at guys in the gym.
I'll check a dude out. Yeah.
Just imagine if you were gay, it'd be a fiesta.
Talk to gay guys, and you're like, "Wow, must be awesome." You go to the Bally's, you step into the shower, you step into the locker room. There's a whole bunch of nude dudes with great builds on them. Walk. Oh, please don't flatter yourself. It's always like, well. What do you mean you don't like looking at nude dudes? You got a stack of gay porn underneath your bed. You don't like looking at nude? That's not an attack, but I would if I could walk into the woman's locker room and just sort of hang about.
Which sidebar, it's been Adam's secret fantasy he's always wanted to be invisible so he could go
so
into
do that.
Locker.
Yeah,
that's always been his fantasy.
Yeah, Yeah, I watched a lot of those '80s movies with Scott Baio. Do that kind of stuff. A lot of shower action going on. All right, you ready to go?
Are we done with Jessica? Yes.
Yeah.
The fact is, yes, it does happen, Jessica. Some lucky people have that talent, and that's you.
There's gay guys that go to the gym 3 and 4 times a day, Drew. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Remember we used to go to that gym in Hollywood?
Yep.
There were guys...
Always there.
Always. Of course. Like if you... Well, not you, but Drew.
Yeah.
If every time you went to the gym, you just headed in the ladies' locker room instead of the men's, wouldn't you tend to do a little less working out at home? A little less working out at home? Hitting the gym? Honey, this is the 4th time this afternoon. Don't worry. Getting in shape for you.
And this Jessica's thing does not tend to be the multi-orgasmic type.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I know you'll find bizarre.
You're not hearing it in her voice.
Well, they tend not to be that person.
Are you multi-orgasmic, Jessica?
Well, yes.
Oh. No, wait a minute. Very easily, but you can have a couple, but you don't one of these people that has 50.
Well, true.
I can have 4.
Right. The sequential.
And I can do them.
But sequential is
increments of time too.
No, but sequential is different than the repetitive.
She can have 4 in a short increment of time.
I'm telling you, it's a different physiology.
I would count her amongst my multi-orgasmic friends.
But she's sequential multi. There's sequential, and there's people that just have no refractoriness.
All right, Drew.
But,
semantics.
Okay, one of my questions is though that my boyfriend, I think he's a little offended that I can get it that way, and he claims that I don't really know what an orgasm is, or he doesn't think that I know.
He's just not
He's not tuned in.
Women are so very different one to the other in terms of how they function this way biologically, and he's just not been with somebody like you, and he thinks you must be making it up and lying or whatever. And people get very confused about this because each woman is so different.
Well, I think a lot of guys also apply their rigorous orgasm standards to the woman. Like, you've got to produce something.
Well, it's what they experience or what they've seen in other women.
Well, no, I just mean almost their definition of what it is for them.
Yeah, right.
You know, once in a while we get those jack-offs in here, like they write those books, the 100 orgasm male or something, and then the guy comes in and it's like, how do you have 100 orgasms every time you make love? And it's like, short electrical pulses. Well, nothing's coming out of you, though, right? No. Well, that happens one time, and then there's these pulses. Yes. Oh, shut up. Idiot. Remember those guys?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing. You have 100 orgasms. That's 100 bullets in that clip.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You turn inside out.
Yeah, or die trying.
Yeah. Hey, the guy that wrote that book and that was in here, he died.
Yeah.
I know.
Thanks, Anderson.
Thanks, Anderson.
Cheering us up.
That's awesome, buddy. Awesome.
He's dead.
Thank you.
Awesome, Anderson.
Well done.
Yeah, it's great. Sarah?
Yes.
You're 19?
Yes.
I just think about Anderson's incredible impulses.
Where do you go? Well, they don't disappoint. Come on.
No, they're very predictable.
Painful death.
Yeah. Sarah?
Yes.
It's funny. He's describing his life in a very sad, poetic way. Sarah?
I'm going to quit soon. I'm cool.
Okay. Sarah?
Uh-huh.
What?
You're 19.
Yes.
What's up?
I have a textbook for my sexuality and health class in college that says that the G-spot only exists in some women.
That is true.
Is that true?
That's true.
Yeah. Most women have no special feeling with intercourse.
No special feeling.
I mean, no G-spot type. Nothing that can build to orgasm. They need direct stimulation. About 60% of women have no G-spot experience.
Well, what is the
for Jenna? That's very confusing. Now, hold on. Let her absorb that for a second.
She may be a woman of passion, as you're a man of
passion.
So
meaning, so like when I've heard women say, "Oh, I can only have an orgasm using
oral sex or vibrator,"
right?
Kind of thing.
That's because they don't have a G-spot.
They have nothing in there. Yeah.
Wow.
So listen. What makes you a woman? 2 huge X chromosomes, highly diverse genetic information on each chromosome. What makes us male is one little piece of material called a Y chromosome. Simple, very uniform, the same in all the males. Women have all this tremendous genetic diversity. Of course, it can be very, very different. So 60% of women never have orgasm with intercourse. Never.
Yeah, but 60%.
60%. Oh.
Wow.
Jenny, all right?
That's in poker. You call that a tell. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
According to my calculations, it's into the high 80s, low 90s.
In his field work.
Yeah, from the data I've collected in the field. You know, conservatively, 94, 95% conservatively. Yeah. So, but does that have to do with the G-spot?
You know, people argue what that is all about. It's some combination of physical, autonomic.
Sarah, do you have anything?
Structural.
You got a G-spot?
No, I don't think I do.
Right. There you go. That's fine. It's just a different genetic biological configuration. And we talked to the other girl.
She would be in the majority.
She'd have been in the majority. So that last girl we talked to, what was her name?
Sarah, I don't know.
Jessica.
Yeah.
Unusual, rare. That's sort of the and 10% of women have 10% of 5% have multi orgasms. They have no refractoriness, and they can just keep having orgasms until exhaustion. Jessica is in this phase where they can have sequentially multiple orgasms, but there's some refractoriness in between.
Yeah.
And they can do that 3 or 4 times.
G is Grafenberg.
Yeah, Grafenberg's.
I want a spot.
The Carolla spot?
Yeah, it'll be on
the spot on the couch.
It'll be on the sofa. That's what I was thinking. But still, a spot named after me that men go to during sex, or possibly just after. Spot. Honey, I'm going to my C spot.
How about the refrigerator?
Well, that's my refractory. That's why
it's the R spot. Yeah.
That's the R spot. Yeah, yeah. And then you go to the R spot, then you go to the C spot. All right, and then let's see. Who do you want to talk to, Drew? Jenny.
Jenny. Yeah.
Did speed for 3 weeks. What the hell's... What? Speed is... I've tried speed. It's not enjoyable. It just isn't. Why? Well, who's into that? Why is everyone so into that?
It's like saying why do opiates appeal to some people and not to others? Again, it's a different biology.
But that part where it's like, yeah, you don't sleep, sounds... It's like here's a drug. It makes you not like pizza.
Yeah.
Like, well, why do I want to take that? I like pizza. Like, I love to sleep. It's my life. That's what
You're fat.
Jenny? Oh.
Hi.
You're 20?
Yeah.
You did speed for 3 weeks?
No. I did it 3 weeks ago.
All right.
I did it 3 weeks ago, and tonight I just found out I was pregnant.
All right.
You did it one time?
I did it one time, and so I was
you're
just...
cool.
Probably
cool?
going to be okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
the baby's
obviously...
gonna be okay and everything?
Well, it's obviously not a good thing for the pregnancy, but did you smoke it or shoot it or?
I smoked it once and then I snorted it.
Smoked answer. Well, here's the main problem with the child potentially is you're going to be raising it, not the small.
Well,
amount
it was my
of
first
speed you
time
did.
doing it. Like, I'm not a bad person. I don't.
You
do it.
smoked. Well, listen, people that do drugs aren't bad people. They just do drugs. And your first time out, you smoke speed.
Yeah, like my friend, she just had it, and I was just having a rough week, and she was like, "Here, do it with me." Blah 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 blah.
Wow.
So I did it.
Yeah, I could see that. You're pliable when you're 20.
Smoking speed first time out. Oof.
I think I smoked crack once when I was like 19. I came out of my apartment. Some guys.
So the effects to the baby won't be bad. Like, it's not gonna.
No,
hurt it?
well, listen, we can't guarantee. Jenny, we can't guarantee you.
Where's your dad? And where's the dad?
Oh, we're together. We've been together for 5 years.
Oh, really?
Since you were 15, what was he? How old is he?
He's
30.
42.
How old?
26.
Have you been to your doctor yet?
No, I just found out tonight. I just found out. So
Let me do some math here.
Prenatal care.
15 and 21.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
it started.
Yeah.
Well, that means she was running away from home, really. So, what, you getting abused at home?
No.
Why are we running away to a
Why are
21-year-old
you
at
hanging
15?
dating a 21-year-old? Yeah, at 15.
I don't know. He was immature and I was mature, and I mean, it worked out because we're still together. So
Yeesh. Yeah, now you're pregnant.
What's he doing?
he's a teacher.
He wasn't your teacher at the time, was he?
Oh no, nothing like that. We met way before. He's a teacher now.
No.
Were you like trying to get pregnant or?
No, I wasn't. It was an accident. I mean, we weren't being safe about it, but I mean, it's my own fault. But I mean, mainly my reason for calling was just to make sure that the baby's going to be okay.
Well, nobody can guarantee you that.
Well, why don't you guys? Are you guys going to get married?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
All right.
Well, see your doctor, and they do a bunch of blood tests for you, and they'll give you like prenatal vitamins. But do the blood tests show anything like that? No, they wouldn't. Oh.
You won't know till the baby's born.
Oh, the kid. Look, first off, all the smoking and drinking that went on in the 50s, the 40s, the 60s, all the drug taking. First off, women who get pregnant and don't know they got pregnant are usually the ones that are younger, that are ill-informed, that are doing a lot of drinking, they're doing a lot of partying. Half of them got pregnant the night they were high.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you could argue that the baby hadn't implanted yet and wasn't getting the stuff out of the mother's system.
I'm saying historically, I don't know what the numbers are, but I guarantee they're staggering, the number of women that have smoked cigarettes, drank alcohol, and ingested drugs somewhere in the first trimester when they didn't know the child was in them.
Well,
and
certainly a single exposure is not that big a deal. Kids make it out okay that their mom's doing speed the whole time.
What about when
Sometimes.
people didn't know drinking and smoking was bad for you? Were you giving birth to a lot of kids with no arms and two heads?
It is amazing how resilient the human body is.
Well, it's resilient.
Except for the toxins.
It's resilient. It's not resilient. It's amazing how much we overblow everything.
No, we need to be careful, but we're resilient.
Well, we need to be careful, so we say if you have one drink, you're going to turn your baby into a junior college student. No, it sounds bad, but I mean that's below retard for me. It's dullard junior. No, it's junior college.
Cretin.
It's cretin. Yeah, I would say. Well, it's
idiot.
Wait a minute, True. Hold on.
Imbecile.
Imbecile. Yeah, and then cretin, and then dullard, and then idiot, and then publicist, and then
junior college.
Junior college is at the bottom of that. Yeah, that's what I was trying to. I was trying to come up with my pecking order.
Yeah.
Did I say publicist?
Yeah,
because they're on two lists. They're on the a-hole list too.
I know.
They're just below attorney.
Something must just happened again. With
No, I'm just tired.
Oh yeah,
that's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Let's take a break.
Jenna Fischer here tonight from the best show on television. So says Drew.
Mm-hmm. 2 thumbs up.
The Office, 9:30 NBC Tuesday nights. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Yeah, it's Loveline, madam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE. 191 Disturbed coming in here tomorrow night. Jenna Fischer's here tonight from the office. Best show on television, except for perhaps Arrested Development, but I have to...
No, I like Office better.
Office better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's one of those shows that was, I guess, everyone loved when it was out of Britain, and then usually we take the idea and then we screw it up
No, it
somehow.
made it better.
But it made it better.
Yeah. I'm curious how you guys sort of stage and execute all that.
Yeah.
Because it's so... there's so much movement. It seems so natural. How they...
Yeah, you know,
pull that
it's
all
almost
off.
all completely scripted. Like, everything really. We do some improv, but a lot less than I think people think we do.
Yeah, it looks like it's like 80% improv.
Yeah, it's totally not. It's almost all scripted. And we just have these great guys who do the camera work. They were actually the camera guys on Survivor.
Wow.
And so they're used to kind of like capturing exciting footage, and they just have an eye for like the drama of a scene. It's really cool.
Do you rehearse this stuff much, or you just go right to it?
No, we rehearse it right before we do it, but we don't rehearse it like a play or anything. But, you know, we all get there every morning at the same time. We all arrive at 6 a.m., and we stay all day till 6 p.m., and we sit at our desks, and we, like, fake work all day because we kind of might be in the scene in the background, and so we kind of, like, sit in an office all day.
Oh.
She loves her job.
Literally.
Yeah, and type. I'm reading here, types. Drew comes here and fake works for 2 hours a night. Types
That could be one of the
85
scenes. You never know.
words per minute.
90% accuracy.
90% accuracy.
I'm very proud of that.
I would be too.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
Some people can do certain things like, I don't know, tap dance or sing, and
Right.
I can type, though.
Right. Some people can do things that can make them millions of dollars a year. Other people do things that make them
Make
35
about
grand a year.
$35,000 a year.
But you're still proud. No, but you know what I like of that? You own it, baby.
I own it. I took typing in high school.
And you're
I went
good
to
at it.
Yeah, I went to a girls' school, and it was part of our curriculum.
Hot.
And I was offended by it when I had to take typing class. I thought that was offensive.
Oh, really? Because you're a female. Being
Yeah, it was a girls'
forced to
school. Why did
type.
we have to take typing?
Yeah,
you
they
know,
don't
I
do it
was
in the
very,
boys' school.
No.
Right.
But we did, and I got an A.
Yeah.
That was like how I earned all my money for like 5 years while I was out here trying to be an
During
actress.
administrative assisting.
Yeah.
What kind of business did you work for?
I worked mostly in like banking, finance, places like that. I never worked like in the entertainment industry.
A substantial person. I'll tell you, everyone should learn to type. I cannot type at all. I don't read very well,
My
and
kids
I
type
can't
like
spell.
like maniacs now. That's because they're on the internet all the time.
Do they type correctly? Like, do they
no,
learn typing, or they're self-taught?
It's all brum, brum, brum.
Right.
It
Doesn't matter. It's still 70 words a minute. Like,
Yeah.
who cares?
It's
Right.
crazy.
But you know the thing about typing, I think it's sort of like golf. Like you can shoot a good game and have bad form, but you never get to the next level unless you really actually do it right the way they want you to
Right.
do it. But
Right.
then if you're just sitting, your kids are just going to be sitting in their lonely apartment shooting their pen pals back and forth. You know, that could actually
God
be.
willing. God willing.
Well, they're not writing any books or anything. Let's be honest, Drew. It's going to be a fast free fall after they leave the Pinsky house.
You're in a horror mill movie?
What movie? Horror Mill?
Movie?
Oh, a horror movie? I am. Yeah, it's called Slither, and it's coming out in March of next year. And
Do you type in it?
I do type in it.
That'd be a horror movie for me, watching someone type for an hour and a half.
I play a police dispatcher.
Oh,
and
you
I
do
have to
type.
do some typing, yeah.
And it's not, you don't have to do the stunt fingers either. You're
No,
actually
I
moving.
really do it, yeah.
I'll tell you, I wish, there's two things I wish I could do, type and play the trombone. But I would type. You know, when I went to school...
Why the trombone? Trombone.
Why not? It's such a great, happy...
Just looks
it's
cool.
the only drunk instrument. Yeah, it's a hot instrument.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, you
You've
could
always
do
wanted to be
that.
able to do that. I
Yeah, and you could put the mute in it at the end. You know,
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
your hand.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
nice, and when you get rocking, you know, it's just nice. It's just off the path far enough to be cool, but not so crazy where you're playing the lute. No one
Trombone or
cares.
something,
Yeah,
yeah.
you don't have to explain it to everyone. And it has a cool case. It's a case that looks like what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay, so the typing.
Typing.
Someone should have forced me to take that in high school, Drew.
They should have started with reading, though.
Okay, and then gone. What was the first one?
Reading.
Reading, then typing. What's that place where you keep the books,
Library.
but people borrow them?
Library.
Library, but it doesn't have the word book in it, so it's always, it doesn't stick,
Terribly confusing.
Who would want to borrow a book, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird. Huh?
Joe,
Yeah.
you're 24?
Yeah.
What's going on? I'll tell you something. When I'm in charge, I'm going to clean out all the libraries, all the junior colleges, all the places where people, even Starbucks, where people just sort of mill about all day. They just stagnate. Like I'm gonna walk into libraries and start ringing a cowbell, and I'm gonna go, look, it's 1:15 in the afternoon. It's Tuesday. What the F are all you people doing here? And here's the deal. This is a snow globe. I'm shaking it. I need to get you people moving. I don't know what happened, what's gone wrong in your life, what your excuse is for being here, but I need you to start moving.
His dad used to go to the library, hang out, and check out nylon records.
He actually got records from the library. And not
deep
weird
resentment.
Not weird stuff. Not weird. He wasn't hearing impaired or anything. It wasn't any special program. He would just actually go home and listen to records.
I want to be on The Office. That'd be a dream come true.
Drew,
you should be on The Office.
I want to be on The Office.
Drew, you
cannot
have
you on The
act.
Office.
You can't.
It doesn't
act.
matter. They don't.
It does.
It'll look perfect. And they look perfect in that environment.
You know, a lot of times we hire people with like little or no acting experience because it's more real.
They're naturals, but not true.
If you need like somebody to play a cigar store Indian,
that's
perhaps.
True, like a wooden Indian.
No, I would. That would be. I wished my way onto the Family Guy. Now I'm going to wish my way onto the Office. Okay.
I'll tell Greg.
You told me to talk to Seth MacFarlane, and I
talked to Mila, and I talked to Seth Green also.
Please, Joe.
Yeah. First off,
beg my way on.
Hold on a second. I got to say something I remember that was funny, which was Jimmy reminded me of it. Mila Kunis was in here. She does one of the voices on The Family Guy.
Yeah, I did. I know her. Yeah, I met her.
Voice of Meg. And Drew was going nuts on her to get her a gig on The Family Guy. To get Drew a gig on The Family Guy. And I said, bugging Mila for a job on The Family Guy is like bugging a Dalmatian for a job as a fireman. You're talking to the wrong person. Now, she wasn't offended because I don't think she knew enough to be pissed off at the time. And she thought it was a dig on Drew, but it really was sort of a dig on her.
Right.
But it sort of slid under the radar.
Oh, that's funny.
Joe?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
All right, sorry. 24. What's up, my brother?
Well, I got a question. Is it possible to get gonorrhea from oral?
Absolutely. Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah. Well, what's up?
More difficult to get it from oral?
No. If you put your mouth where there's active disease, you're going to get it.
Okay. Well,
what if she puts her mouth where there's?
Yeah.
There's no. You can't have anything in your mouth. Can you?
I mean, if she had if like a prostitute or something, they typically will have that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh, because I was having sex with my girlfriend, anal sex, and we weren't using a condom, and then I had oral from another girl, and I'm not sure who I got.
I have to diagram this. Hold on a second.
Was this all in the same time? Like the same night? Like a threesome?
Yeah, one night right after the next.
Wow. That's 2 lifetimes for me sexually.
Yeah. Not for Jenna, though. She didn't seem to flinch at that.
No,
take her down.
No, fast fingers.
That sounds like so familiar.
The oral fecal route.
Joe, is
Drew,
that you?
Not a great route to take. Yes, Drew?
No, oral fecal is not a good way. That's a way to get other kinds of diseases that are not particularly thought of as sexually transmitted. But all the stuff people were worried about in New Orleans, that's the stuff you can get through the oral fecal route.
What kind of animal would have anal sex with his girlfriend one night and then oral sex with another girl the following night?
I thought it was the same night.
Same night.
Oh, I thought it was the following day. Same day?
Yeah.
But not at the same time.
No.
Not simultaneous, but same
I understand.
Night.
And one of them's your girlfriend, or both of them are your how's this work?
One's my girlfriend, another one's just a girl I keep on the side.
Oh, of course.
All right.
Yeah, Sir Walter Raleigh. He has
chivalry,
to have
not dead.
How do these guys have the energy and the time for this?
I don't know. Like after good anal session, I'm tapped. That's my thing. I hit the C spot. And
by the way,
after I hit the A spot, go right to C.
What was she thinking when he came courting her way?
Yeah.
Where you been, Joe?
Yeah, I know. Someone eats garlic, and I know it.
Put your mouth here. What? Oh my God.
No, I'm just saying. Like, Drew. We go to the bathroom. I eat asparagus. I take a whiz. You're like, whoa!
I fall out of the room.
You're on the other side of the thing. Imagine one could detect this.
Yeah. Well, let's get into some of the nitty gritty, as it were, here with Joe.
No condom.
Why are we talking about gonorrhea here? How did that even enter into this luscious equation?
Well, because I woke up a couple days later, and it really hurt when I went to the bathroom, and I went to the hospital, and they took
Good, by the way.
And there was some discharge, and they said it was gonorrhea.
Awesome.
So I got the medicine for it, and I'm feeling fine, but now I just don't know.
Well,
so you're thinking you got it from the girl.
I don't know.
You're thinking you got it from the oral, not from your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because your girlfriend is faithful?
Yeah, well, she wouldn't cheat, you know?
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, I don't know if this is bogus or not, but listen, Joe, why don't you break up with your girlfriend if you're just not interested?
I mean, I really like her, you know?
Yeah, but let me just give you just listen to this, would you? Just put you on hold for a second. Let's give everyone a quick philosophical speech here for a second. It's not about what you can get away with in life. You know, everyone looks at it this way. Hey, if you don't get caught, it's awesome. Like, hey, if you commit welfare fraud or rob old ladies or rob banks or screw around on your girlfriend and you never get busted and she never finds out about it, you're free and clear. You're not free and clear. You know you do that, thus you are that person.
You become that.
You become that. And I don't want to get trite with looking in the mirror and stuff, but that's you. And everyone is so convinced.
By the same token, if you spend your life doing good things and being virtuous and building, qualities that are useful for people, that's you too.
That's you too in a good way.
Yeah, and somehow we know that works.
But it's strange that we're trying to fool somebody. Someone's yelling out in the hall. It's great radio. So here's the point. Drew.
Yeah.
Over here, buddy. We spend so much time trying to fool the cops, the girlfriend, the wife, the boss, the government, the whatever. Meanwhile, the one person that has access to all information is you, and you're the one who's really going to be hurt most by this information.
But people, how when you are that way, you think, I deserve this. It was the right thing. I was being screwed elsewhere. I'm just making up for it. The people have crazy ways of rationalizing these things.
Joe, do me a favor, buddy. Keep doing what's best for you, and call us in a few years. Tell us how life's working out for you. All right? Keep looking out for number one. Keep focusing on Joe and Little Joe, and that's not a Bonanza reference. And tell us how it goes in about 5 years. Would you please?
Well, I don't think.
Yeah, just call us back in 5 years. Tell us how it goes. Because here's another thing. The handful of people I know that are the most generous and work hardest and care most about the others seem to have the most junk.
And be the happiest.
And the happiest. And the folks I know who look out for themselves the most, they have the least junk, which is weird. It's weird because the most generous guy I know is probably Jimmy. He's constantly giving it away. He's cooking for everyone. He guy spends $5,000 a week on just other people eating food at his house and stuff. He also has the most money. And then my other buddies from North Hollywood, they're constantly looking out for their own crap. They live in apartments in North Hollywood, and they're in their 40s.
Interesting.
There's a weird equation.
Yeah.
All right, get down with it, brother.
Very quickly with Joe and the gonorrhea, it probably actually wasn't gonorrhea because it takes a few days.
Who cares?
Hang on, just for other people. It takes a few days to grow that and to nail that diagnosis. A discharge is either gonorrhea, chlamydia, or something called non-gonococcal urethritis. And given where your penile has been, it's probably the NG or non-gonococcal. It's all response to basically the same antibiotic intervention. So I'm sure they gave you a pill and a shot, then off you went, or actually a drink and a shot.
All right. I want to give a quick plug not only for The Office, Jenna Fischer here tonight, but
a competing show.
Competing show?
Competing show.
Oh, well, my show's on at 10 o'clock, the Carolla Project.
9 Central.
I don't know when it's... Is it 9 Central?
Yeah, The Office is on at 8 Central.
Oh, well, there you go, Drew.
We're not competing.
And my show's at 10. Drew, how much noise can you possibly make? What's on here? 10 o'clock, 9 Central.
There you go.
All right, but hers is 9:30,
right.
8 Central.
Right.
You can watch The Office and then watch your show.
Yeah, that's TLC tomorrow night. And, Too Late with Adam Carolla night. What's his name from Jeff Probst's on from Survivor. Yeah, good-looking man. Take a quick break. Be right back after this. Yeah, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew, Jenna Fischer here tonight. A subtly beautiful woman, I must say.
Oh, is that me?
Yes.
I love that. That's so nice.
Quietly beautiful.
Thank you.
not a big kasha with the hair and the nails and everything, but nice skin.
You are making me blush.
Well, that makes your nice skin look even nicer. We, it was something Jeff Probst, we were just talking about what a good guy he was, and Too Late That I'm Carolla night.
You're gay.
He was saying something on the show tonight where he said, people start looking good on the show sometimes.
When they get emaciated.
Yeah, well, they get emaciated. No, but the skin, like natural oils and a little tan from the sun.
Yeah.
And you notice women don't wear a stitch of makeup on the show, obviously, and they look pretty good.
They look better than when you see them on, like, the finale
Later,
night, and
yeah.
they're all, like, made up. My husband and I were just talking about this. He was asking me if I thought there were any good-looking guys on Survivor this year. And I said, not yet, but just in a few more weeks, I think they are going to be very good-looking.
Not yet. They're not done.
Yeah.
They're not done cooking.
Yeah, that's it. They're like a Pop-Tart that hasn't popped out of the toaster yet. And the same with the women. I mean, everyone gets tanned, everyone gets sort of relaxed, and people, it's like the same thing women do on their wedding day. They take beautiful women and they spend 3 hours doing their hair all up, and then they get their face all painted up, and they get overdone, and they become like a really nice car with crappy rims and too much stuff stuck on it for the one drive.
Mm-hmm.
I totally did that.
Yeah, like I
did that. My husband, we got in a big argument. He did not want me to wear my hair up for my wedding day.
Yeah.
And I said that I was going to wear my hair up, and he was furious because he said, "You're not going to look like yourself. You never wear your hair up." And I insisted that to wear my crown and veil, my hair has to be up.
My tiara.
Exactly. And I looked okay, but I was definitely like some version of myself that wasn't me.
Most
your kids
I was
will
like
laugh at it,
bride
I think.
version.
Your
Yeah,
kids will laugh. At it.
I fed into it.
Most women get a little too curled up with the hair, a little too crazy with the hair, and a little too much makeup, a little too much eyeliner and whatever, and they get screwed up. They go nutty. Yeah. Maybe I ought to put all women on an island.
Yeah.
Let them just
perfect.
Just oil up for a while. Cindy?
Hello?
22?
Hello?
Cindy?
Yes?
You're on the radio.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. So my question,
Wow.
I want to have like a lesbian affair type of thing with one of my best friends, but I'm not sure how to go about that.
Hmm. Is she into chicks at all?
I don't really know. I don't think so, but
Then if she's not, how do you figure that's going to work out?
I don't know. I want to tell her that, I think that we should give this a try, but
Yeah, but if
I
she's
just don't know how to do
not
it.
if she's not lesbian, in all probability, you're going to freak her out and cause her to push away a little bit.
Well, I think the message to young ladies is women are so sexually pliable or malleable these
That they'll
days. They
try
can just
it.
go any
Yeah.
direction. So inside of every woman is a lesbian just waiting to be
Tapped.
scratched off or tapped.
Just
Tap them or like a maple tree.
Do you want to have like a relationship with her, or do you just want to have a sexual encounter?
just a sexual encounter.
So just once or maybe
No,
a few times?
Cindy, that's not realistic. It's your best friend, and you think it's going to stop at just one encounter?
Sounds like you're in love.
There was an incident when we were both drunk, and we, kind of made out.
Uh-huh.
So I'm
you
not
liked
sure if she is or not, and I don't really know how to go about talking to her about it.
Well, but you really don't. It sounds like if she's your best friend, if there's a woman who I considered my best friend and I was really sexually attracted to her, I'd be into her as a relationship.
Right. Not only that, but you kind of, I think the reason you're afraid to bring it up, so to speak, is you know what the reaction's going to be. If you felt that there was some sort of reciprocity in this, that she was into it, you've already made out. It'd be easy. You'd say, hey, remember that time we made out? I really like that. It's all you got to say and see where she takes it. And if she shuts you down, you have your answer. Women are really good at it. That's like you haven't talked about this in a long time, the drag. This is you have to do the same thing you do with men with your girlfriend.
Yeah, we'll see what Jenna has to say about this. I haven't talked about this in a while, but now that I'm married, I know everything about chicks. I could get laid no problem now. On TV, awesome.
Strangely enough, though, if you left your wife, all that would shut down. Don't worry.
No, I got nice cars, I got nice houses, and I'm on 5 TV shows. I could definitely get laid now. Don't please, Drew. How dare you? Don't make me go out. I'll go out and get laid right now and I'll blame it on you. Was a bet. Was not intercourse.
Me.
Was not intercourse. Don't look at his intercourse. Look at his $50 in the bank, baby. And literally become a millionaire by not picking up dropped money. All right. So here's the thing. When women like you, they kind of let you know. They're not aggressive. They're not like man, they don't come out and say it. But if you can pick up, just like we're talking about, the tells.
Right.
You know, a good poker player can look across the table at an amateur.
Know what's going on.
Know if he's bluffing, know what his hand is, know what he's betting. Women are much easier to read than that. They can't help it. When they like somebody, they look for excuses to touch them. They're like, oh, you're so funny. They're like, they'll put their hand on your shoulder, and then when they pull it off, they'll drag it.
That's true.
A lot of dragging. Like, they'll hug you, and then as you're unhugging, drag. Whereas if they don't like you, you get the hug, and then it's like they're pried open off of you, and you slide back like some sort of articulating arm or something at a car wash.
From an ironing board.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to give you more tips on when ladies dig you.
That's
and
true.
Jenna, you help us and back me up on this, or argue with me.
The drag is true. I think the drag is true.
Yeah. I'm gonna demonstrate the drag on Jenna during the break.
But we have to take a break.
We'll come back and we'll finish. Listen up, guys. I'm going to tell you how you know. Or don't know, more importantly. We'll be back after this. Yeah, it's Loveline. Woo! Bang your head and get it on. You know what I'm this close to doing, Drew?
Oh, my God. Marcus, he's going to drop trowel.
I'm going to
watch
drop
out.
trowel.
He will drop trowel. Jenna, watch out. This man drops trowel.
Will drop
he
trowel
does it.
right
He's
now.
wild. Watch out.
I will drop trowel. Jenna Fischer tonight. The Office, 9:30. NBC Tuesday nights. Drew's favorite new program. Drop it. Tell you what, I didn't drop some trowel.
What's the weather, Ace?
Well, I'll take Pacoima, checking in 71 degrees. Van Nuys, 71 degrees. Newhall, Saugus area coming in 71. Valencia, 71 degrees. Sherman Oaks, 71. Encino checking in 71 big degrees. Out in the Harbor area, San Pedro area, 71 degrees. Santa Monica, 71 degrees. Hawthorne, 70. City of Industry, 71 degrees. 71 degrees. I'll tell you, I did the morning show. Traffic, look out. Slow and go on the 405. Look out for brake lights. Got a SIG alert on the 118. Mattress in lanes on the 110. And watch out. Got a jackknife big rig. Hit a moped. A retarded guy on a moped. I'll tell you what, it's going to take a while to clean that up. I'll tell you. Back to you, Tori.
Spilled load.
Spilled load. Mattress in lanes. It's never box spring.
No, mattress.
It's only the mattress.
And well, sometimes
the people that carry the mattress they're not box spring people.
No.
People I had a mattress on the floor for a long time, a box spring. That's who are the Rockefellers? Yeah. I did the morning show. I did the morning show out here at K-Rock today. And my fantasy, every time I turn the goddamn radio on, it's a traffic report. And then I started thinking to myself, how many of these goddamn traffic reports have I heard and not been in my automobile? Forget about the amount that I've heard where just nowhere near where I was going. Out in Seamead at the DeVore Pass on the Zizek. Watch out the Zizek side of the 114. We got a spilled load lanes. It's like,
Barstow.
What? Out in Barstow. Hey, those are going on the Baker exit on the way to Barstow out there by the Great Creek out there. I'll tell you what, we got mattress and lanes. It's like, I live in Hollywood. I'm going to North Hollywood.
They're talking about something 300 miles away. 300 miles away.
Oh, round trip, yeah. 150 each way and then back. Yeah, those Barstow, Vegas exit over there on the DeVore Pass. Just nowhere near any of. So, what percentage of traffic reports have you heard where you've actually just been in your car? Like, I've heard thousands where I've been in a room, a bedroom, a bathroom. I've been on the pot listening to thousands of them. And then the other half is how many of you been in your car but had nothing to do with the direction you were going or where you were going? Like, what percentage of those goddamn traffic reports have anything to do with you? And even if they did, aren't you stuck in it already? What do you think you're doing? You think you're the only guy who's getting off the 405 when all 5 lanes are on fire? You think the only guy's going to take Sepulveda to the airport?
It's you.
That's you? You're the one guy?
You heard it.
You heard it. You were the one guy smart enough. Everybody else was listening to a Loggins and Messina 8-track, but not you. Thank Christ you were listening to morning radio, which was cutting in with this useless traffic every 8 seconds. And you're the one guy, you're doing 140 sailing down Sepulveda. Everyone else just out of their cars on the 405. It's a parking lot. Slow and go. So my fantasy is I want to jump through the radio and start strangling the people that are giving this useless report that everyone just passes off as important, but it does. No one uses it. Like, people argue all the time. I say, let's get rid of these traffic reports. Who gives a rat's ass? Let's just have more radio. Oh, how dare you? Everyone get real. First off, everyone gets defensive, like their father did traffic reporting, and his father from the old country was a traffic reporter. Giuseppe Marconi from the old country was a traffic. What do you care? What's your precious traffic report? And people get real defensive. They're like, oh, no, I listen. Yeah, you listen because you're stuck in your car and it comes on the radio. It has nothing to do with you. And then I asked them the question, when is the last time you heard one and did anything about it? When is the last time you actually did a preemptive move where you're like, oh, my God, this is coming up 5 exits ahead of where I'm getting off the freeway. I'm going to take a side street. When is the last time? How many times a year? How many times a decade? Answer, about once every 6 to 8 years. Now, that saved you 11 minutes max. Now, how many minutes have you wasted listening to what's going on the goddamn Devore Pass? Useless information. Just piled that. Everyone's just sitting around. So Lisa May was giving the traffic.
Oh.
And she was sitting as close to me as I am to you.
Did you go nuts on her?
I just sat there, and she was, poor girl, she was piling through it. I just wanted to start, because she's all over the place. Of course, Southern California is 700 million nautical miles. Yeah. Like, it's so big that no traffic report could ever really pertain to you. Yeah. There's cities, I could name you 35 cities you've never heard of that are in the greater Los Angeles area.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to this map that's hanging in the hallway over there, Jack, and you haven't heard of half the cities. Stanton. Look out. Yeah, Mattress and Lanes. Oh.
Ukaipa.
Just pleased with the traffic reports. I know they get sponsors and people, what it is, it's a commercial that people don't know is a commercial.
Right.
Because they have sponsorship and everyone listens attentively, like,
right.
Something's
now,
happening.
Here's the deal. We're going to take one call and then you're going to...
I can't stand these traffic reports.
Then you're going to finish your discussion for all men out there about how to read women.
Oh. Okay, let me ask you something, Drew.
Yeah.
I came up with this equation. We talked about it before. What do you think you've heard more of in your life in minutes? You have to break it into minutes. Collective combined minutes. Jen, I'll open this up to you, too. Traffic reports that you didn't act on.
Yeah. Or
the backup beep from the street sweeper, the dump truck, the city truck, the pickup truck that you didn't have to move out of the way of. Most of these things I hear from my bedroom. I sit in my bedroom all day and just hear meep, meep, meep.
That's a good point.
And a Mattress and Lanes over the Zizix exit. Meep, meep, meep. No. How many of that? How much combined? What do you think's more?
The traffic.
Yeah, I think the traffic.
Because it's been going on longer. I think the beeps is catching up.
The beep's catching up, and I don't come across that as much.
You don't. Drew. You tune out. You don't know. You're out and about. Believe me, there's a garbage truck coming down the street.
No, that's the point. See, I don't hear my garbage truck and stuff. You hear that all the time.
But I'm counting you as hearing it because I could hear it if I was wherever you are.
Mine doesn't come at 6 in the morning. It comes when I'm at work.
Oh, God damn it. Now I'm furious. I'm beside myself.
I do know that they do beep when they do come because I've heard them come when they beep.
You're making it worse. Emily?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
What time's your garbage man come, seriously?
3 in the afternoon.
Hey,
what's up?
How are you guys? How you doing? Okay, I
was doing fine until I found out Drew's garbage man came at 8 or 3 in the afternoon. Go ahead, Emily.
By the way, it's 56 degrees in Thousand Oaks, my friend.
It's checking in, 56 degrees.
Sherwood, 56.
El Cajon,
Westlake Village.
Checking in, 56 degrees. Yeah. Let me get the little early morning clouds burning away to sunshine, 70s at the beaches, 80s inland, 90s in the valley. I got to write this down. Wow, this is awesome stuff. Awesome, because I have no idea what it would be. I would cover myself in Vaseline, wrap myself in foil, and leave the house.
Around the country,
no idea.
You got to understand that in Southern California, the weather's the same every day.
Yeah.
So
it's
there we go.
102 degrees.
I know. All right. It's the summer, it's 100. In the winter, it's 75. Here we go.
Okay, so to pick one problem, let's see. I guess it's the one I called about. My boyfriend found out he had genital herpes, and he found out because they became physical. So we went...
Wait. Stop.
They manifested themselves.
He developed a rash.
Yes, he did. He had these bumps. He actually felt weakened and lethargic before it became physical.
That's interesting. Is there any chance your boyfriend's cheating?
Now, here's the thing, right? I absolutely trust him, and neither one of us have been unfaithful to one another.
Let me ask you this. Did you have any sores in your mouth or anything like that?
No. That's the thing. He developed these things, and I was so scared. We both went in right away.
Here's why I'm making an issue of this.
Yes.
Is that the initial outbreak of herpes is usually the one associated with the flu-like syndrome, where you feel weak and crappy for a couple of weeks. And that's the initial outbreak. The subsequent outbreaks usually have no constitutional symptoms associated with it.
So we're thinking this was the first one.
Yeah.
But now how many... He what?
He's thinking that he used to work at like a Hooters and do really dirty stuff, and he's like from Texas, so he's not all
like take blowjobs from the waitresses.
Well, he go down on a hostess once in a while.
Okay. All right.
Guy in the world, like doesn't wash his hands after he goes to the restroom, and
yeah. Well, hold on a second, Emily. Did this guy have girlfriends before you?
He hadn't dated in a long time, and I hadn't either, and that's why we bonded.
Why hadn't he dated in a long time?
Because we both had, every teenager has bad relationships, and we just both were disciplined and didn't date for a long time. Like,
how long ago was his last bad relationship before he met you?
He hadn't dated in about 2 years.
How many women has he been with?
Get out of here. I thought the same thing, but honest to goodness, he hadn't had sex with anyone in the time that he hadn't dated. He'd been with
that's not the question. That isn't the question.
All right, let me try to figure out Emily. First off, Emily's one of these people that goes up on her lines. Like you go like, when was the get out of here? Like she hops on stuff. Yeah. She pounces. Yeah. She's a conversational puma. and she's nutty. Emily's like nutty and defensive. And it's like you would never like I don't know what her family background is, but something's up.
Well, whenever people in their young 20s need to take a moratorium, that's a bad sign. That's usually addiction.
Emily, where's your dad? What happened to you?
Dude, I'm on Effexor right now. I decided to finally go and treat myself because I know that I'll be unhappy for the rest of my life if I don't. So I'm seeing a psychologist, and I'm taking a small dosage of Effexor.
Okay, that wasn't the question, though.
Where so far, we're about 0 for 5 on our questions. Yeah. Where's your dad?
My dad and my mom and my dad are still married. They're from another country, so they're very strict.
Where's that?
From Argentina.
They're strict over there?
Dude, it's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I'll put them on my list. I didn't know. I didn't know Argentina was. I thought they just all, camped and cooked beef over an open fire.
There's a large Jewish contingency down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of Germans, too, after World War II that's still there. So that's why we're so white.
Yeah. Boys from Brazil. Yeah.
So,
okay. So your family's very strict. Did your dad hit you?
All the time. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you're physically abused.
There we go.
I'm battling it every day of my life.
Okay,
got it.
Just trying to get to that.
Okay, it's coming into focus for us.
And I'm really concerned about. I'm at a time now where I'm so concerned about my future because the way I developed growing up with my family really stifled me, and I see it in my relationships and my friendships and how I deal with people and.
Okay. All right, stay with the therapy, Emily. You're doing all the right stuff.
Yeah, and look, if your boyfriend's not cheating and you believe he's not cheating, fine.
And I will tell you, the greatest single thing you're showing is a trust and a willingness. You have a problem. You have trust and willingness. You have a problem, you go see a doctor and trust what they tell you, and you do something about it. You go see a therapist. You're willing to sit there and trust their presence. That's all a very positive.
Sure.
I know it's a struggle for you. It has to be when you've been abused like that. But the fact that you're doing it is a very, very positive sign. So just stay with it. Don't worry about the herpes. It's possible that you cannot get it, even though he's got it. You certainly do not want to have intercourse when he has an outbreak. You want to wear condoms very meticulously, and there you go. And he may want to get on an antiviral medication that suppresses the virus from being produced.
How does he get genital herpes from his hands?
No.
Well,
listen.
What? Yes.
Guy's a screw up. He's a sociopath or something, and he's having lots of relationships, screwing out a lot of girls. I got to take a moratorium. Things are getting so out of control. The guy works at a Hooters. Come on. It's like a heroin addict working in a pharmacy. It's like, you know what I mean?
Emily?
Hey, boys. I'm still here. I have a question for you.
Yeah, he has genital herpes, right?
Yes, he does. It's so sad. It's so sad.
How long have you two been going out?
We have been together for a year now, around the holidays. So we started going out last year.
Where does he work now?
He works at just local restaurants around the area. He just moved here at about the same time we met.
What does he do at the restaurant?
He's a server.
Waiter.
Is he a good-looking guy?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's very handsome. You know.
Does he aspire to act or model or anything like that?
I don't think so. I think he doesn't think it's a,
He just wants to, but he wants...
What do you mean you don't think so? He doesn't talk to you about what he intends to do with his life?
He wants to, he doesn't have a degree.
What does he want to do?
He doesn't know.
Okay, that's fine. All right, you're cool. Here's the whole thing. Somehow, waiter and waitress got turned into server, which I think is more degrading.
Yes. Servant. It's very close to servant.
It's derivative of servant. Yeah, it's like... how dare you? I'm not a waiter. I'm a server. And it's like, I'd rather be a waiter. Waiter suggests I'm standing around. Server means you're ringing a bell and I'm running. You know what I mean? My name's Jeeves or Giles or something.
All right, so tell us about women now. Come on.
I don't like them. What do you mean?
No, besides that, except for that.
Okay. I'm sorry, Drew. Yeah. Caught me off guard.
I know.
Caught me off guard, buddy. Yeah, my tips for the young fellas. I hate women. Jenna, you jump in.
Okay.
You tell me yay or nay on these things.
Okay.
So we were talking before Drew went on his crazy traffic rant. Uncomfortable, by the way. We were talking about sort of tells that women won't verbally, or oftentimes won't verbally come out and tell you, hey, I'm into you or I'm attracted to you, but they will let you know in subtler, unverbal ways.
And they're very good at letting you know when they're not in. And you got to read those.
I'll take it a step further and say that I don't think women do it consciously. I don't think most women can even control it if they're attracted.
These
if you're
behaviors.
attracted?
No, the way you react if you're not attracted or attracted. Is it a conscious thing or just something automatic?
Well, when I was dating, if I was not attracted to someone, I would try to be very polite. Maybe it's just because that's how I was raised. And so I would try to control my impulses to do things that were very telling of my non-attraction.
Right.
But that gets you into trouble, though, right?
It did. It would get me into trouble. And so then what would happen is there would be sort of this buildup of like misread signals or very subtly communicated signals that were not picked up on, and then it would end in some sort of very uncomfortable direct dialogue.
All right, so that's why we need.
You're more evolved than most women.
Also, I bet you were giving signals that if a guy had half a brain,
it up.
They would pick it up.
That's right. We're telling you now, fellas.
Yes, here it is. So recreate one of those things so these guys can understand this.
Well,
like for instance, if a guy was
just throw it in her lap.
No, I'm saying, for instance, I was going to follow on. For instance, if a guy was calling you up,
raise your voice to me. Go ahead.
Going to ask you out to dinner,
right,
or out to a movie or something, you would say,
and I wasn't interested.
Well, let's do it. Let me just play along here. Watch. We'll do the interested and uninterested in the movie department.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. She's
what's first? I'll surprise you.
Surprise me.
Okay.
Surprise me.
You'll try to pick which one.
Yeah. Hey, Jenna. Hey, it's Ace. I saw a trailer for that Flight Plan, that Jodie Foster movie. Looks fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Big Jodie Foster fan. Haven't seen her in a while. I'd like to check out that film. You've seen that? Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. I don't know. I wasn't really that interested, but.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah,
Me neither.
Tell me if you like it, though, I mean.
Yeah, all right. Right.
See, that would be my
no, but that ain't interesting. Now, if I'm
but that's not subtle. A guy should be able to read that immediately, as opposed to give the opposite. Give the
okay. Now I'm a dude you're really interested in, and you've seen Flight Plan.
Okay.
Bring.
Hello.
Jen says.
Hey. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Not much. What are you doing?
Just playing with myself.
I'm so glad you called me.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching TV. I just saw a commercial for that Flight Plan. It looks.
Oh my God! I saw that.
Did you see it?
It's awesome.
Oh, it's awesome. It's too bad because I wanted to go check.
Have you not seen? I'll see it again. You haven't seen it?
Awesome. I was going to check it out.
No, seriously, I'll see it again because it's so good.
Jenna, whoever told you were subtle, where did that idea come from?
Well, you thought this stuff was improvised on The Office. It's scripted. No, that's what we mean. That's all it is. Like if a chick is really into a guy and the dude calls and brings the movie up, it's like they're in. And it's also like anything that can be connected. Like if you go like, hey, you ever been mountain biking? If you haven't or you're not into it, doesn't matter. It's like, I'd like to try it. I've always been wanting to try it, as opposed to it's dangerous.
It's continuing to kick doors open as opposed to continuing to shut.
Right.
And it's a very simple matter. If the guys see a couple doors shut, they should just cease and desist.
Right. Well, I'll tell you. Like if you're talking to some chick who's bartending or waitress or server or stripper, and you say. You say this one, like, what time do you get out of work? What time do you get off work? And they go, I can leave whenever I want. Oh. We're doing it on the table now. As opposed to my boyfriend's picking up in the El Camino at 3 a.m. He's got the Uncle Henry Ahuga horn. That's how I know. That's how you know.
But who are those guys that don't give up? I was in the airport and I was stuck in line. You're stuck in line, and he was coming on so hard. And I said, I said, I'm married. And he said, I don't see your husband here.
Wow.
Like that was like, I'm only married when I'm next to my husband.
Wow.
What is that? What is that?
I'll tell you what.
That's usually a bad guy.
That's just not a good guy.
That's scary.
But that guy gets laid every once in a while.
Well, that's a numbers game. I mean, he's hitting on me and every other woman that he sees that day.
Other disturbed people.
Right. If he finds an abuse victim, he'll do it with him in the smoking lounge. He'll run across her every once in a while.
Borderlines, people with severe trauma history, are exquisitely attracted to sociopaths.
Yeah. To people who are just that.
All right, let's keep going with the attraction thing. So there's that sort of doors opening as opposed to doors closing,
and then also the standing around stuff.
Yeah, the other thing is like if you're at a party or you're anywhere, and you do that thing where. You're standing in line at the bar, you're standing by the pool or something, and you have to do that. You'll do that conversation where it takes one lap, where you're like, "Hey, how you doing? Hi, I'm Adam. How you doing? I'm Jenna. Hey, nice to meet you. How do you know Bert? Oh, we work together. Oh, awesome. I know him from school." Pause, and then okay, well, I'll check you later, and you split. Now, if the chick's into you, she'll hang for the second lap because there's that second lap of the conversation. Now it's both you sitting here, sort of 1,000, 2, 1,000. I tell you, I hate these things. It's always uncomfortable. I don't know who. And then they're like, yeah. It's I never know who knows who. And then you see these guys, and they're, and so if they sort of hang for that, because as a girl, if you stand there after the initial whatever, because you do have to say hi. I mean, you have to be polite if you're at a party or whatever and someone introduces themselves. But if you stay stationary, now the picking up may begin.
Right. You've opened the door.
Mm-hmm. Another opening.
It's possibly game on, and if you don't like the guy, you ain't going to stand and get in his crosshairs and have that uncomfortable thing where he's talking to you about Flight Plan.
Right.
You're moving on. I got some drinks for my friends. I got to bring it back to them or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So there's that second lap of the conversation part. The other one is we were talking about was the hug,
the drag,
or the excuse to touch. Like when a chick likes a guy, I don't even know if she can control herself. It'll just be that she doesn't know she's doing it. She was like, "Oh, you're funny," or "Oh," they always calling the person's attention by instead of going, "Hey, over here." They're always like, "Hey, they're always
over here. Hey,
Carolla, let's go. Front center. Let's go. Focus now." Yeah, they do a lot of touching and a lot of sort of dragging and a lot of laughing a little too hard at things that aren't that funny and then touching again with a little drag. Lots of sort of drags and touches and hugs. People that aren't into you don't want to give you a hug, and if they do, they pat your back using a wide open palm. Like they just spread their fingers and just start banging you on the back like a guy hugs another guy. Just, hey, dude, it's good. And whacking you on the scapula there. Just pow, pow. As opposed to that little, and then just the drag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Will you do that?
Yeah, I would do that.
You're into it?
Yeah.
Anything else we're missing?
When a woman's interested?
Yeah.
Or not, or the converse.
Or not. I got another one.
We're educating American.
I think the other one is the open-ended, I'm not going out with you, and I'm not making a makeup date either.
What?
Like that. Well, it's like when you do that thing where it's like, let's say you had a first date.
Right.
And you do that thing where, what about next weekend? What's going on next weekend?
Busy.
And the person's like, well, I have some friends coming in from out of town next weekend. And they leave it at that. When they're really into you, A, they'll rearrange things, but B, it'll be, I got friends coming in next weekend. They leave Sunday afternoon. If you want to get together Sunday night, grab some dinner.
Right.
That's what you will get from the person that's interested, not the, I got friends coming in. Everyone, think how you would act when you're interested. That's how you know.
I think a lot of guys, though, think they're stuck in that sort of in-between world where they're going to court someone and convince someone.
That's,
you know what I mean?
These are Disney movies.
May not be in, right. You may not be in now, but if, the door's a little crack in the door there.
And women sometimes bend over backwards to be polite. Like they'll go, oh, I'm so sorry. I have some friends coming in from out of town. I'm taking them around this weekend. There's really nothing I could do about it. I wish I know.
Yeah, that's where I would get into trouble. I would say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, but my sister's coming in town. And I was, I promised her it would be like Sister's Weekend. And
just lie upon lie.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like going on and on and on. And
you feel bad. You overcompensate. You tell too good a story.
And then just like my bad improv skills on top of that, they'll be like, well, what about Tuesday? And I'll have like one more lie. And I'll be like, oh, I can't Tuesday. I have this class.
And they just keep going.
And then they're like, Wednesday? And I'm like, and then I got nothing. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yes, Wednesday then maybe.
Oh.
And then, but then I would probably, like if that happens and then like they call like Wednesday morning to confirm and there's like an excuse for Wednesday night, you should stop calling.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean?
That's it. If
there's a lot of canceling, because like a girl may not be able to be good on her feet, but then given time.
Most things in life, you got 3 strikes.
Yeah, but this is 2. I mean, look,
there's 2 excuses and then a final strike.
Yeah.
All right, I'm saying Drew talk percent.
All right.
No, but stop talking when I stop talking. Look, if a mission gets scrubbed, that's it.
Yeah.
Like if you're going out Wednesday night and
especially if it's under flimsy or last minute circumstances.
Yeah, like busy Monday, busy Tuesday. How about Wednesday? And you get that phone call Wednesday afternoon saying,
"It's like, oh, I totally forgot. I can't go out tonight."
Scrubbing the mission.
I have something to do.
I'm telling you, unless there's a BJ at 7 a.m. the following day, it is considered off.
Right.
When you really like someone, you're like crazy about them and you want to see them like all the time. Like if someone's crazy about you, you'll know it.
You act like you would act, or they act like you would act when you're into them.
It's not always the case that 2 people are crazy about each other, though.
Right.
Someone's kind of in and the other person's very in, and they're trying to bring somebody along. And so,
let's just put it this way: if they ain't into you, keep moving. They don't have to worship the ground you walk on, but at least go out on the second date.
You want somebody who's enthusiastic and excited about being with you.
All right. So, Jenna, are you married or are you married? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an atheist. I believe people. I got enough love for you know what I'm saying, Drew.
You've been talking about it all night.
All right, let's take a break. I'm gonna work Jen a little bit during the break, and we'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's the Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Jenna Fischer here tonight from the office. Tuesday nights, 9:30 on NBC. You ready to go back to the phone?
You right there, Adam?
I'm trying to undo my cans.
You're going to have to pull that out from the...
They're tangled up.
All right, let's go to calls. Here we go.
Go to calls.
This is Mike, 23.
Adam.
Carolla.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
I have suspicion that I was abused, probably sexually, but I don't remember anything, and you guys are pretty good at asking the right questions, so I thought you might be able to help me.
Well, what led to your suspicion?
A couple clues. One, my mom was sexually abused by her brother. I'm sort of sexually deviant in a way. Like I don't have much sexual identity. I'm sort of attracted to underage girls. I guess I'd say I'm a.
Well, when you say underage, what do you mean?
Probably around 13, maybe. I don't act on it. I have enough self-control, at least now.
No, I know, but the whole thing is there are many attractive young women, 16, 17 years, but they look like women. Right. 13, that doesn't. You're not looking for a young-looking woman. You're looking for a girl.
Well, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Post-puberty.
Yeah. Post-puberty.
But just barely.
Well, 13,
now,
yes.
What was that period of your life like when you're 13, 14? Yourself?
I don't really remember much of it. I remember something that I don't know if it's significant or not, but it sort of seems like it. When I was 12 or 13, a girl kneed me in the groin, and I remember sort of just curling up in the fetal position, but I don't remember anything after that.
Why did she do that?
I made some comment that I thought was pretty innocent, but I guess it wasn't.
All right, so were you sort of a social outcast growing up?
No, the opposite, really. I've always sort of fit in. I've sort of...
All right, well, let's talk about your dad. Any weird babysitters? What about brothers and sisters? How are they doing?
I have an older sister who's doing great. She's a doctor.
And your dad's a good guy?
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a doctor also.
All right. And any suspicious family members, weird uncles that no one talks about anymore?
Well, my mom has a brother who suffers from cystic fibrosis who, I guess, exposed himself to her, and I don't know if anything else, but I guess he was around when I was younger, but I don't know if I was ever alone with him, and I don't remember anything happening.
All right. We're gonna go with no on this one.
Yeah, I'm getting much more... Were you using drugs or something for a while?
I actually went through rehab.
Yeah, I guess
that's what it is.
Yeah, I get much more of the alcoholic drug addict thing.
All right,
and addicts get some peculiar sexual preoccupations too. And do you have a sponsor currently?
No, I'm not working the program. I'm sort of dry right now.
Yeah, you need to work the program, Mike.
I didn't really hit a bottom. I sort of...
Well, is your bottom going to be when you act out on somebody who's 13, or when you kill yourself? I mean, when's your bottom? When are you going to do something about
it? Well, no,
this?
I mean, I can intellectualize that I need to go to meetings and get a sponsor, but I don't really feel it, and it's kind of hard to grasp it and emotionalize it.
Yeah, I know. I get that. But the fact is, if you want to change any of these things, and you're right, it's very hard to motivate to do that if you don't have a sense of the urgency and the need, and especially when you've got a personality problem. I mean, this is what that is.
Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah. This is when people talk about the character problems of addiction. This is what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And the 12-step will take care of that for you if you're willing to do it. If you don't throw yourself into that, you're going to continue to have some rough times ahead, and you will use again for sure.
All right, I want to get Brett off the phone here. He's been on hold for an hour. Brett?
Yeah.
You heard that a cigarette dipped in embalming fluid gets you high?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd heard stuff like that once.
Really?
Yeah, formaldehyde, but it also causes damage too, like brain. I forget. I'm not up on this right now, but I remember reading about brain damage or something.
If you don't smoke, just smoking a clove cigarette will get you high. I mean, just the act of sort of that inhaling. Do you smoke?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then you're cool.
Is this something you want to try, or you just were wondering if it was true?
Well, this kid at my work gave me one, and I've got it. I'm wondering if I smoke it, what's going to happen to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Not
recommend.
Here's the whole thing there, Brett. Your brain. That's like the traffic. That's the air traffic tower of the airport, of your airport, known as your body. You know what I mean?
It's.
Don't monkey.
Yeah.
Do not monkey unless you're a genius like me, in which case you can afford to burn a few brain cells. Mm-hmm. Then it's okay. People don't deliver this message enough. Smart people can experiment with drugs because if you're a genius, you just go down to smart. If you're smart, you drop down to average. But if you're average, you go to stupid. And if you're stupid, you go for unemployable, and then you go to junior college.
The problem I have, though, is
after that
doesn't just affect, and after that, become a publicist.
Publicist, yeah.
So, it's according to Carolla, it's that it affects mood centers, memory centers, other parts of brain function that really can affect your experience of life. And that's what concerns me as much. Saying psychiatric symptoms are common.
I feel like if people knew what you knew about the brain, they would just wrap their head in bubble wrap. They would put a dust mask on, and they would never go near, cough syrup.
Right. That's right.
And these people are huffing gasoline and thinking they're going to get out of this scot-free.
Right, but they don't even comprehend. There's no association between their subjective experience of living and this organ, the brain. They can't put those two things together.
And I think, and stop me if I'm wrong, but what you're basically saying is people think, look, if I get some food I like, I'm going to be happy. And if I get a car I like, I'm going to be happy. And if I find some pornography I like, I'm going to be happy.
Right. And it's me. And me is never going to change. Me
but
is just
if
always
you
me.
screw up that part where you look at life either through the sort of rose-colored glasses or the foggy seagull-covered crap goggles that I have, everything can be miserable.
Everything can be miserable, and your very sense of self can be altered.
Right.
That thing you know as me becomes
and baby, once you alter that sense of self, there is no conquest great enough. There's no gold medal that makes you feel good enough. I mean, you hear these stories over and over again about these people winning gold medals, getting Oscars, inheriting $10 million, and then just 2 days later in a heap of tears and all that. Whenever they do these stories, they're always miserable after the experience, oftentimes, if they're unhappy people.
That's it.
Or if they have this problem.
In fact, it's all the accolades stands out in bold relief against how they feel about themselves.
Right.
And makes that feeling even more intense.
Yeah. Sad.
I wouldn't smoke that cigarette.
Yeah, that's
really
good.
Listen to Jenna.
That's good.
It really just,
Great show, that Office.
Yeah. Jenna looks like she's experimented with her fair amount of drugs in her day.
Not too much.
Speedballs, things like that. Smoking a lot of coke. Or just injecting.
Boy.
Yeah, you
called it.
Strikes me so much. Just all. Let me see your arms. I want to see some tracks.
I'm not going to show them to you.
All right. Well, you know what that means.
Oh, she was cutting on them for a long
cutting.
time.
Cutting. Tracks and cutting.
Yeah. You're a heroin addict.
Yeah. Any yin-yang tattoo. We'll take ourselves a quick break. Drew, what'd you rather see if you're dating a new chick? Track marks or the yin-yang?
Yin-yang.
Tattoo.
Yin-yang.
Really?
Yin-yang.
Are you sure? Because that's a different kind of pain in the ass.
I got it.
No, I'm 1/4 Cherokee. This is my spirituality. This gives me my strength, my chakra centers. Remember the heroin? Maybe they just did a little heroin for a while. And they're smooth now.
You can't do this with hepatitis C. La 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 la. You know what I'm saying?
All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Loveline, madam. That's Dr. Drew. Call in with your home improvement questions. Jenna Fischer's here tonight from the office, NBC, 9:30, Tuesday nights. My show, The Adam Carolla Project, tomorrow night, TLC, 10 o'clock, everybody. Oh, it's going to be good. Oh, yeah. You see my actual guys. I've been, Oswaldo, who I've been speaking about all these years on the show from Nicaragua.
Does he do a barbecue on the show? We actually
he barbecues his ass off.
That's awesome.
Ray, Billy, all Gary, all the retards I work with. He shows up later on, maybe episode 7 or 8. Yeah, all those guys I grew up with and talk about all the time. You'll see them in the flesh. Amy?
Hello.
You're 28?
Yes, hi.
What's up?
My husband wants to say he loved your article in the FHM magazine.
Oh, what was it?
What's that?
Do you know what it was on?
Yeah, not living in L.A.
Oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Anyways, my question for Drew is, I use this product called The Keeper, which is made of soft gum rubber, and it's like a little cup.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm just wondering how safe that is to keep in for, say, like 24 hours.
You put that over the cervix? Sort of?
Just right inside the vagina, and I kind of pull it down, and...
Is that birth control, or is that like wearing an elbow pad?
No. Just to catch my moon flow.
It's like an
alternative to other feminine products.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. I've heard of that.
Oh, yeah. Is that new?
I don't know.
It's at least a few years old, yeah.
Who do you think? Do you think more prevalent? Guys that roll their own cigarettes or chicks that use that keeper?
Keeper.
More prevalent than the guys who roll their own?
Yeah, probably.
Really? It's a pretty big industry. Papers, you see tobacco sold loose. You know what I mean?
Well, which one is cooler?
I think rolling your own, especially as a dude. Yeah. All right. So are you?
If it would be the keister keeper, I mean,
is this? Are you?
Let's be fair.
Keister? Is this an environmental issue with you, or what's up?
Yeah, I'm curious about this too.
Sure, it's about that, and I only have to buy it once. It says it's good for 10 years.
You wash it out.
Is it messy?
You cleanse it, sterilize it when you're done.
You sterilize it, really?
Like a dishwasher or something? What do you do?
Just make like a bleach solution and roll it around in there.
Well, how long do you have to bleach it, like between uses?
I don't know, like 5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
10 minutes, let it sit in there 10 minutes. I guess it's about 10 minutes I let it.
All right, well, wait. Let me just figure this out. Say your moon flow, your menstrual period, right? Moon flow. Are you? What's that moon flow crap? You just pulling their legs, or you're like one of those chicks? Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, are you like vegan and stuff like that?
No.
Okay. So here's the thing: instead of using a tampon,
right,
use a cup, a bucket, and is it absorbed into this thing, or does it actually hold it like a Dixie cup?
Yeah, it's cool. It's like you can see it. You dump it out,
right?
Save it, fertilizer.
That's
save it for what?
Fertilizer.
Fertilizer.
Now, how long do you hang? Well, here's the whole thing.
Okay.
How often do you have to empty the bucket?
That's what I'm saying. Like at the beginning, like 2 times a day probably, but like at the end, I don't bleed that much, so
right.
I could easily leave it in there 24 hours. And
what does it tell you on the instructions?
It says that it doesn't really say how often. It just says you menstruate.
Wait, I can't believe it doesn't say. Well, I don't know offhand what the recommended interval with this, but I worry whenever there's an occlusive product in the vagina, there's always the risk of toxic shock.
That's what that was my question. Yeah, that's my main thing. Is I'm wondering about TSS. And I'm wondering if that had come from the cotton in tampon, or is that
it comes from
inside,
it comes from the bacteria in your body being occluded. In other words, you have a spotty space. Like you can do a nasal pack in your nose and get toxic shock.
All right.
So you have a place where bacteria grows that gets cut off from oxygen. The bacteria proliferate and they produce a toxin, and that causes toxic shock. Toxin.
I saw.
By the way, that's a toxin.
I saw the instructions on one of these boxes at the
look it up
store. Yeah,
Marcus.
It says dear user / overweight Earth Mama.
So does that?
Yeah.
Is that like?
I would be very concerned about leaving it for 24 hours.
All right.
I would.
All right, and
we're going to look it up. I'll see if I can come up with something.
You just break down, get yourself some tampons. Like, look, here's the thing. I worry about the environment too, but I don't wipe my ass with a sock and then clean it every day.
No,
you know what I mean? I just actually use toilet paper.
No.
I'm willing to admit there's certain things I can throw out. You burning a tampon or two is not gonna harm.
Not really
gonna fill any landfills.
Can we go over there and read it right now? Marcus has
throw it
got
in the trash can. It's not a good thing.
All right. So is it really environmental?
Well, yeah, because you're not throwing anything out. You're just reusing something over and over. And
I like that, but you drive a car and stuff, right?
I do. I drive a '79 Volkswagen camper.
Right, and that thing gives out puts more carbon and more pollutants into the atmosphere than a fleet of new Hondas.
Do your other friends use this? Like, is there a group of you? How'd you hear about it?
Yeah, my friend had heard about it from another girl at a festival. And she happened to have one.
Hold on a second. Let me give you the weight math here. Show you the weight math. Jenna. First is I'm calling in with the keeper. That's my vag cup. All right. That bought you 20 pounds right there. I start everyone off at 125, got up to 145. Then I found out she's calling from Oregon. Now she went from 145 to 165. I went ahead and tacked 20 pounds on for that regional.
Oh my God! Let me add something. You can use your own urine to wash it. This is on their little article here.
I just added 20 pounds. Now we're at 20. Now drives a VW camper van. Whew, I put 30 on for that with Drew's what did I add? 20 from the wash it with your own urine?
Easily.
We're 205 now, and then heard about it at a festival. We're up to an even 250. And I'm rounding down, so I'm being kind. Amy?
It's a giant plunger, by the way.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Amy, listen, seriously, God love you for worrying about the environment. I really think that's cool. I really wish more people would. But I swear to Christ, you're driving a 79 VW van that gives out more pollutants than 100 2005 Honda Civics. Or if you want to drive an Element. You ever drive behind an old VW or an old car now, and you're going up a freeway and your eyes are watering? You have to roll the windows up. You don't realize it. Drew, you have no idea the difference between cars from the 70s and cars from now.
Oh, yes, I do.
I mean, let's put it this way. Remember when your dad would fire up the Pontiac in the garage with the door closed for a second or something? It's like smoke. You couldn't breathe.
You can't breathe,
You can take a Honda and basically fire it up and be standing next to it in the garage for 20 minutes talking to your husband and nothing. Yes?
Yes.
All right, Drew's consumed with the computer. We're going to take a break.
It's just saying, Vegetarian Times, by the way, says that...
Hold on, I got to tack 30 more pounds on.
Says that toxic shock is lessened by this product, but then it doesn't say how frequently to change it.
How's it less than using a tampon?
Well, they're saying that it may be the case that it's
because
more
the
occlusive.
tampon...
It's more occlusive, or more occlusive in some way.
Okay. This device is than the tampon.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Yeah, that's the show, everybody. Tomorrow night. Yeah, Disturbed in here tomorrow night. I want to thank Jenna Fischer for coming in here from the office Tuesday nights.
A show that Will have seen by the next time he sees you.
NBC, I guarantee it. My show Too Late tonight, Comedy Central. Jeff Probst's on from Survivor. And Drew's show Wednesday night, everybody, Discovery
Wednesday,
Health.
and then I got that Lance Armstrong special coming out on Sunday.
Not so interested in that one.
Why not?
Okay, I'll watch it.
You saw it. Look good, right?
Look good.
Yeah.
Drew looks good.
Lance Armstrong's like a superhero.
Yeah, dreamy.
Yeah.
Rides a bike. Yeah, should be. He's a deity. Pedals a bike. All right. Ready to keep rocking?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So,
I'm
until
done.
next time. It's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. Loveline. The opinions expressed in this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or the station. The producer for Loveline is Annie Gold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.